Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afternoon Tuna. I'm your host, Josh, and today I got my co-host, Chris, from the Black Stubbs podcast. How's it going there, Chris?
It's going all right, Josh. How are you, my friend?
Doing really well, man. Good to see you. Just going to be discussing these Oscar nominations today. So big news there. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for making time there.
Of course. It's an exciting award season for sure. So, happy to be here and talk about it.
Yeah, you were doing you were there for our live Oscar cast that we did, live reaction to it. So I was happy to have you on then. It's going to be a little bit more easier for you to see. They're going to put it on YouTube. They just decided, hey, we're just going to put it on YouTube, and they're not going to put it on any network anymore. So, hey, it's going to be easier for you to see there. Hopefully they don't cut it off at the end like they did with the Best Picture nomination there. You got to find out just on Twitter there. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah. And that's the only thing today. And that's pretty much it there. But Chris, let people know about you. Should I go on? Should I come to the next other good stuff?
Yes, you can follow me at the Black Stubbs on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, every social media platform. And it's just me talking about movies and television, what I'm watching, what I'm enjoying, what I'm reacting to. And I do take requests. My next thing I'm probably going to do is The Rip on Netflix. It was recommended to me, so I will be watching that next. January is, it's kind of a graveyard for, new movie releases. So, the month is almost over and I haven't watched anything new. But, yeah, that'll change soon and I'll have some updates for, what I'm watching next. But as of right now, my next reaction will probably be Netflix's The Rip.
Yeah. I was going to say, you don't really do horror, but I'd recommend checking out Nia DaCosta's The Bone Temple. That's out right now.
Do I need to know the lore before I watch this one movie?
No.
This is the fourth one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you would probably only need to see maybe 28 years later, but I don't think even seeing that is not, I don't think, completely necessary.
Okay. All right.
So there's that. And you already got your best of list out right now, best TV shows and best films of 2025. So you already had that.
Yeah, I try to get that done before the ball drops on New Year. So before the year ends, I try to have this stuff, like my end of year, like wrap up stuff, out already. So yeah, you can, if you're interested, my top 10 favorite TV shows, which is a lot more of a casual list, because when it comes to television, it's more comfort and entertainment. But yeah, so my top 10 favorite films list is there. You can see what I saw and how I felt, and yeah, give it a gander. Leave a comment. Let me know what you liked from last year, as far as movies and television goes.
All right, I'll leave a comment right now. Yeah,
you suck.
Yeah, getting those comments there. These comments are pretty positive. Wow, this ranking is on point. Yeah, this comment. And you got Saint Germain here as well. She put yes and three blue heart emojis there.
Yeah, I think the most negative engagement I ever got was probably Bruce Springsteen.
That was the most one. Man. But yeah, I was this showing your best show? I Love LA.
It almost was. I think, was it? I don't think I ended up putting it on. I don't remember. I think it almost was. I think it was like a honorable mention, runner-up kind of thing. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. I kind of want to see it for Rachel Sennett. I like Rachel Sennett. There, and so I kind of maybe want to see it for her. So what is it? Is it just like kind of like a how would you describe the show? What happens in the show? I don't really know much about it.
It's a proper blend of Sex and the City meets like Broad City and maybe a little sprinkle of Girls from HBO.
Okay.
So it's a group of young women, and there's maybe two friends we focus more on, like Rachel Sennett and our newcomer who's also in Marty Supreme.
Um, the Osmond, that
Odessa,
chick, Odessa, yeah,
Odessa, that's her name, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bobby
So
Hill's kid, yeah, Bobby Hill.
yeah, so whoever her marketing team is, they're doing a good job because you know, just her name and relevance just dropped all at once with I Love LA and then Marty Supreme. So they're like the two main friends, and it starts off with them being kind of estranged, and there's some tension. Then it turns out Rachel Sennett's character ends up being her new agent or manager in LA, and she's like a model, and it's just they're trying to make it. They're young and they have big dreams. They're ambitious.
Oh,
And
Josh Hutcherson in it.
yeah. He's in it. He's the boyfriend of Rachel Sennett, and I didn't watch Friends, but he's been described as the guy who David Schwimmer's character who
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, are you trying to think of the character name from Friends or?
Yeah,
Oh, Ross.
Ross. He presents himself as like a good guy, but as soon as you do wrong by him, he becomes like just every other guy. Like I don't know, but
Oh, okay. It's kind of
yeah,
like nice guy type thing going on. Syndrome.
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Is Rachel Sennett is the main character, and she's starts off working at this agency, and she has this client and her friend who's like blowing up, becoming popular on social media and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but that's kind of the gist of it. Yeah, it's definitely a show with a vibe. You're like, oh, I think I've seen something like this before. It's a modern Sex and the City blend with like some more comedy.
Mm, okay. I see Elijah Wood. He's also in here as well. I don't know
Yes,
who the
yeah,
the black girl is. Is that her friend, the black girl? Not
yes.
her.
That's Forest Whitaker's daughter.
Oh, okay. Forrest Whitaker's daughter.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
I forget her first name, but it's Truth either Truth or True Whitaker. I think is her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me show. Yeah. So this is his daughter.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful woman. Okay.
Yes. So she's also like I think in the show she plays a nepo baby. I think in the show her parents are also like someone in the entertainment industry, I believe.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but
Gotcha. Interesting. All right. Yeah. I love LA. HBO Max. You can check it out there.
yeah.
All right. But yeah, so people can check you out on all social media. Just type in the Black Stubs there, and you will be there. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky.
You see my
You'll
face.
just see him. Sometimes do you got that same profile picture on all your things? I know not TikTok, but on IG, I know you got Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte.
Is it just it might just be Instagram? Is that me also on Twitter? Let me check real quick.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So on Twitter and Instagram, it's until I find an artist to help me make some new, cover art for the Black Stubs. This is what it's going to be. I came across this photo and I loved it. I saved it, and yeah.
And a big show people are talking about right now. I was wondering if you're going to check it out. I know if you've been recommended it already, but are you? It's also I think on HBO Max too. Have you going to be checking out Heated Rivalry?
One friend did say it was recommended because of its popularity. So I might check it out. Did you watch it?
No, I have not seen it.
Okay.
I have not seen it, but I know it's blowing up right now. I guess it's along with The Pit. It's like one of the hottest. It was one of the hottest shows of 2025.
I did watch Pluribus. I did
okay.
finish. Yeah, I watched Pluribus, and that was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, but Yeah, Heat Rivalry. It's popular. The actors are all over the award season red carpet, and some of them are getting offensive questions, and some of them are getting protected by their co-stars, and yeah. So is that HBO Max or is it Netflix?
Max. I think it's Max. Yeah.
Okay, okay. It's a popular show, and it was recommended. So I will I'll probably check out the first episode and see what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw the clip you talking about. It was when he was with that woman from Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess what's with these red carpet people? They always asking strange questions,
Dumb
man.
questions. Some kid, thought this was some kid I saw today
Delroy
thought
Lindo?
Delroy Lindo. He thought Sinners was his first role. I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Man.
it's his first nomination, which is the bigger story. If you knew what you're talking about, my goodness, that's so disrespectful to Delroy Lindo.
It's like you're an emerging actor, Delroy Lindo.
Emerging actor, like, I'm not an emerging actor. I've been doing this for over 45 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
the man,
So yeah,
the man is what, 73 years old.
73 looks great. Looks great. 73. Yeah.
Fantastic. He looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. His energy on camera, off camera is still great.
Mm.
He's yeah.
Word, I think emerging artists in this recent age with Da 5 Bloods, Sinners. What would you say an Oscar nomination would mean to you this year?
Nothing. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm also not an emerging artist. I've been around for a few years, so.
No, absolutely. Sorry about that. And then first.
Insane. That's insane.
Yeah. So, well, at least he named two movies. He named two.
He named two movies. Okay, yeah. I thought you just, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he named two. But yeah. Oh man, but I was surprised. We're gonna get into this, but I was surprised he got nominated. Not because I didn't think he was good, but just because they recognized his performance. I didn't think they maybe would. I thought he may get overlooked
because they never do. It's like we know Hollywood is racist, but to completely shut out someone's clear talent and just amazing artistry is ridiculous. Like in 2020's Da 5 Bloods, that scene where he breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to the camera about what he's going to do. And, he has PTSD. He's a soldier, and he's carrying all this guilt. And it was just one of his many great performances. And he got absolutely nothing. Not even, nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, one of Spike Lee's best movie in years. Yeah, Da 5 Bloods. But yeah. So yeah, Chris, that's where you can find him everywhere. I'll be back. I'll be streaming Monday. Monday probably with Sage there, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, doing a review. We're gonna be doing a review for Sakamoto Days. Gonna be doing a review also Return to Silent Hill. Then Wednesday no show, but Friday I'm gonna be doing a stream there. Friday with Dusk and Nick. Gonna do the new Sam Raimi movie Send Help. We're also gonna be doing a review of The Rip. We're gonna be doing that. Then also that Chris Pratt movie Mercy. Gonna be doing that. January's already starting off pretty good. I already got some movies that could be on my worst of list. So I'm hearing some good, interesting things about Mercy that is like it's pretty bad.
The trailer looked really bad, and then when it said January, I'm like, that's what. Yeah, the studio, even though it's Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson, two massive names, the studio behind it has no faith in it. They dropped it in January. It's probably not going to be good, but that's okay. The Sam Raimi movie, thank you. That is something I'm going to see. I like everyone involved. I like Sam Raimi. Rachel McAdams just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I posted on my story and I commented, she's a millennial sweetheart. Like millennials, this is someone who we grew up with from The Notebook and The Hot Chick and others.
Mean Girls.
Sorry. Yeah, that's Mean Girls. My bad. I didn't matter.
Yeah, forgetting Sacred Text, man. Mean Girls.
Mean Girls doesn't always come to the front of my head. I know it's popular. And Dylan O'Brien, who I'm a massive fan of, and I'm waiting for him to be recognized for his talent because I think he really is a great young actor. So what's it called? The movie?
Send Help.
Send Help. I'm definitely going to be seeing Send Help. So also be on the lookout for that. I'll be watching and reacting to that one too.
So yeah, she's in. I hear it's fun. I hear it's a good movie. And so that's really good there. And yeah, Rachel McAdams and her and Amanda Seyfried coming out. I mean, they got some big stuff coming out. Mean Girls kind of sweep right now.
Little Mean Girls resurgence, little renaissance.
Yeah. She's got Testament of Anne Lee. Did you see? You saw The Housemaid, right? Did you see that? Oh, you didn't see it? It's fun. Housemaid's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun there. But yeah, she's in that, and she was in Testament of Anne Lee, and yeah, and Rachel McAdams, she's gonna be in something, yeah, with Send Help. So yeah. All right there. Let's get into these nominations. All right, let's talk about them. Okay, people. So the Oscar, they just announced the 2026 nominees there. Sinners led the pack, 16 nominations, the most nominations for any film in the Academy's history there. That was pretty big. Following Sinners with 16 nominations, you had One Battle After Another with 13 nominations. So and you did you what did you think about One Battle After Another? Did I ever ask you your thoughts about it?
The film,
Yeah,
I loved it.
loved it. Okay.
I thought it was great. I was entertained the entire time. The visceral, kinetic, chaotic energy never let up the entire film. It's not better than Sinners. It shouldn't be winning over Sinners like it is so far this award season. This is like, yes, 16 nominations is great, but so far, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes. What else has happened so far? It's
Yeah, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes. I'm trying to think of the other ones, the other big ones there. I can't think of them at the moment.
SAG hasn't happened yet.
No, that's not happened yet.
But
yeah.
I don't know. So far, I wouldn't be surprised if Hollywood just PTA has done it again, or he's back. Let him. Yeah, hopefully these 60 nominations are a reflection of what's to come. Sinners should and deserves to sweep at the Oscars. It should win all the major awards at the Oscars. But with that said, as we've noticed over the years, the Oscars as an award show, being the biggest stage in Hollywood during award season, has lost a lot of merit and credibility because it's been revealed that the people who vote at the Oscars don't watch everything the way the Critics' Choice. The critics have to watch everything and then vote, or SAG, where it's literally your peers who are deciding, members of the guild are deciding what was the best. Like those awards have the most weight in terms of credibility and legitimacy. Over the years, the Oscars have lost a lot of legitimacy, and we'll see how it goes this year. Fingers crossed as always, but Hollywood never ceases to
Disappoint
or surprise. Yeah.
So yeah, Sinners led the pack, 16 nominations. So this blow past. So originally the lead was held by 14 nominations. So 3 movies held that, where you had La La Land, which I still have not seen La La Land there. You had All About Eve as well, and then you also had Titanic with 3 movies that had 14 nominations there. So you had that. So then you also had so this year in 2026, you had Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, and Sentimental Value. They all had 9 nominations. So they each had 9 there. All right. Did you want to start with the big one first, Best Picture, and work your way down, kind of?
Sure.
Okay. So we got Best Picture here. So Best Picture, you got Begonia, which that kind of surprised me. That's the Yorgos Lanthimos movie there. You also have F1, which surprised me as well. That was in there. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So of course they're doing 10. Oscars have been doing that for a while now with 10 nominees for Best Picture. What do you think about these nominees? Any ones you would take out? Any ones that are surprising for you?
All right. But a surprising F1 was Top Gun Maverick nominated for Best Picture?
It was, yeah.
Interesting. It's definitely a very well-made film, but it has that classic popcorn. Not that those films don't deserve awards, but it's a sports drama. Typical 80s fashion. The rogue Maverick, who could have been great back in the day. struck out. Years later, he has a chance to bounce back with a team who needs help. It's a story we've seen before, and do I personally think it's worthy for Best Picture? Not really. I don't think it should be here. Hence all the memes of F1 and what else? There's two movies that are like being laughed at for like being in the circle. There's I think I sent you one. I may have. I think it's F1, and people are actually surprised that One Battle is also nominated for Best Picture, even though I'm not.
Really?
But yeah, I think everyone. And to be fair, I have not seen everything, but F1 I think is the biggest surprise here. I like Begonia. It was in my top 10, and Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone, they come together and they always make something that's interesting and I guess artsy enough to be recognized, and it's always a well-crafted film, so that part makes sense. Hamnet looked really good. I did not see Hamnet, but everyone who watched it loved it, and the main actress is receiving a lot of
Jessica Buckley.
Jessica or Jennifer?
Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley. Yeah. She's and she's going to be in the in her own Bride of Frankenstein movie coming up soon.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting. Paul Mescal.
Yes.
Was he snubbed? Was he not nominated? I think that was
let's see. By lead, I don't think he was nominated for his role. No, he wasn't. Yeah,
he wasn't. Yeah. I haven't seen it, but that is surprising considering the film is nominated for Best Picture. She's nominated, and I guess I guess his performance wasn't strong enough to be nominated. I don't know. I didn't see Train Dreams, Sentimental Value. I wanted to see Sentimental Value because of Stellan Skarsgård, but I didn't get to see it. But I saw Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Mars Supreme, One Battle, and Sinners. I love that Frankenstein has 9 overall. I think after Sinners, I think I would have Frankenstein. It was just a beautifully well-crafted film in every way. The direction and the acting is just it's all very beautiful. I'm glad Sinners has 16. I'm glad it's leading the pack, and I hope it wins Best Picture. I'll be upset if it's One Battle, and I didn't see The Secret Agent. Did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. Secret Agent.
Okay. It's a Brazilian film.
Yes.
Okay. I know this gentleman. I forget his name, but
Wagner Moore.
Yeah, Wagner Moore. He won Best Actor. The Golden Globes are weird with their categories because Timothée Chalamet won Best Actor as well. And
he won for comedy or musical, and then Wagner Moore won for drama. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Mars Supreme was a comedy.
I mean, they kind of just put any like One Battle After Another. I think also didn't Leo get nominated in that category too, right?
Yeah, he did.
So,
like you can have comedic moments, but like Marty Supreme, Uncut Gems, A Good Time, these are heart-pounding, anxiety-inducing thrillers. They're thriller doesn't always mean horror. Thriller means your heart is racing. Like what's gonna happen next? Like high tension, high drama, go. That's what that film is. It's not a comedy. Same with The Bear being nominated for comedy. It's a drama with comedic moments. One Battle I think is more intentionally comedic. If you're watching it in the theaters, you can tell. You could argue it's a dramedy, maybe. One Battle. It's got
comedy elements, just like Mars Supreme, I'd say.
Yeah, but I feel like with One Battle, those comedy elements are a lot more intentional. What's the guy's name? The crazy guy, Sean Penn. Like him, putting his comb in his mouth and then combing that little bit of hair he has. Like that is intentionally meant to be funny. Or Leonardo grilling his daughter's friends before they take her to something like that. That dad thing is intentionally meant to be funny. I would love I still want to see out of what I have not seen, I definitely want to see Hamnet and Sentimental Value. If I had to pick what I have not seen and what do you want to, so yeah, best picture. I'm ready for Sinners. I'm not mad, but I'm also rooting for Frankenstein a lot. So between those two, but obviously I want Sinners to win.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I've seen all these movies except for
Nice.
Train
Nice. Wow.
Dreams. So,
Okay.
so I'll watch that this weekend probably. I mean, it's not a very long movie. It's on Netflix, so it's easy to watch there. But I had Neil on, who's my co-host. He loved it. He was one of his favorite movies of the year. And yeah, so I've seen all. So yeah, the two big surprises for me were F1 and Begonia. I would have swapped out F1. I'd put in It Was Just an Accident. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's the Iranian film.
No.
Really, really good, really well done. I love that a lot. And then I also would have swapped out Begonia. That's also another thing people are talking about is like, where's the love for No Other Choice, man? No Other Choice got no love here. Park Chan-wook, nothing. No, not even for writing. None of the performances. And it's just kind of crazy to me. And I absolutely love that movie. I thought it was really, really great. One of my favorite movies, my second favorite movie of 2025. And yeah, I really loved it a lot. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't give it any love there for it. It wasn't even, yeah, so just zero, nothing. And it was a strong year for foreign international films. It was a pretty strong year with Secret Agent, with It Was Just an Accident, with this film. It was a really, really good year. Also, there's that movie called The Voice of the Mind, Rajab, there that I hear really great things about. I have not seen it. But yeah, that's a movie there. I think it's about like people talking to a girl that's like trapped under like a building, I think, like in Gaza, and everything. Like it's like a 911 call, I think. Yeah, so that kind of, I think the thing with F1 it's like your popular pick, I guess, because them expanding it to 10 nominations, it's like let's throw in a movie that maybe a lot of people maybe mostly have seen. That's how you got like Top Gun Maverick that was nominated, and Avatar was nominated for Best Picture. So that's why you think throw in F1. F1 I think is fine. I think it's a decent movie there. The racing sequences are really great, and I think for the technical stuff, it being nominated makes sense, like sound and editing and all that thing. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I was really surprised about Best Picture for it there. And hey, how's it going there, Sage? Sage from Rated Info Maturity there. I'm doing well there. Thank you for stopping by there. And yeah, so but the rest of them don't really seem like that much of a surprise. Hamnet, I'm not really big on Hamnet myself. I don't really love it all that much really there, but I'm happy for Chloe Zhao. And she got nominated, and I think they said she's the only woman that's been nominated twice for Best Director. So she'll good for her. Which I kind of predicted she would get nominated for that. Who do you think the race is between? You think it's between Sinners and One Battle, you think, as far as Best Picture goes?
So far it's award season. That's how it looks. It looks like the two front runners, the two people racing at the front are the Sinners and One Battle. That's how it looks so far.
Yeah. So what are you putting your money on? You putting your money on Sinners?
Sinners.
Okay. I think they probably will split it. I think they might give Sinners Best Picture, but then they'll give Paul Thomas Anderson Best Director. I think they'll split it.
Nonsense. Yeah, they'll probably do some nonsense like that, which not deserved. Not deserved. It should go. It should go to Ryan.
So then these are the other categories here. You got performance by an actor in a leading role: Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. I have not seen Blue Moon. I think that's the only one of these I have not seen. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, Wagner Moore, The Secret Agent. I think Wagner Moore is kind of the dark horse here. I put money on him. I think he has a chance to steal it from, because I think a lot of people are leaning towards Timothy Chalamet is probably going to get it, but I'm gonna put my money on Wagner Moore. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I feel like Wagner Moore might be. I feel like Secret Agent has the potential to be the Anora this award season, where they were going in a certain direction, but after they saw maybe some backlash online, they were like, okay, let's go in a different direction and give it, give it to another project that was good and just comes with no political baggage. So yeah, best actor. If I'm not surprised if they were like, okay, let's go with Wagner Moura. He's the more neutral choice. If he wins, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny people talking about Wagner Moura, and they said like you got all the Latin dilfs all in Star Wars. He cast in Star Wars, and you got Oscar Isaac, you got also Pedro Pascal, and you got the guy from Andor,
Diego Luna.
Diego Luna. So it's like, hey, they got all the Latin actors there, Star Wars, collecting them like Infinity Stones. But yeah, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I think it should be Michael B. Jordan. People there'll be there will be backlash if they choose Timothy or Leo over Michael B. Jordan. I think Wagner is like a safer choice. If they don't want to give it to Michael, they're probably going to give it to Wagner, just to give it to someone else and not receive too much hate. I also have not seen Blue Moon, but in the trailer, Ethan Hawke's his look, he's fully transformed, and I like how theatrical it seems to be. There's a lot of like leaning back and like putting his hands together. Like he seems like a very wholesome and kind of guy. And I love drinking Blue Moon. So, yeah, I don't know much else about the film. I haven't seen it, but I've seen Sinners, Mars Supreme, and One Battle. So yeah, once again, I'll be rooting for Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, yeah. So my pick would be, I think who's gonna win? I think Wagner Moura is gonna win it, and I wouldn't be mad if he won. I think he's really great in Secret Agent. I think he's really amazing in that movie. So yeah. You got also, so here you got Best Actor in a Supporting Role as well here. Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another. Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. Delroy Lindo, and Sinners there. Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value there. I think it's probably between Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn. I think I wouldn't be shocked if they give it to Benicio del Toro. I think when I first saw One Battle After Another, I was like, this guy, definitely Sean Penn, Best Supporting Actor. I think he's really great, real scene stealer a lot in the role. What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts. Jacob Elordi is someone before Delroy Lindo was nominated, and Jacob he won either the Golden Globe or the Critics' Choice. He won something for Frankenstein.
Let me see if I can look that up there. What did he win for?
Real quick, because I know.
Let me see here. Let's see here. Creature. It says he earned nominations at the Golden Globes there. I don't see where he won though. For that though.
Maybe he won Critics' Choice, but he did win.
It says let's see. He won at the New York Film Critics Online. He won for that, for Frankenstein. A lot of like film critics circles, like in London. No, wait, he won in Houston Film Critics Society. He won there. I'm seeing where he won, and then he also won at the Newport Beach Film Festival. He won for best. He won there. Oh no, he won the Maverick Award.
Critics' Choice. He won Critics' Choice.
Okay, Critics' Choice. He did win. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I love the film. I loved his performance. I didn't see Euphoria, and I didn't finish Saltburn. So this is the first thing I've seen him all the way through in, and he was fantastic. And I am now a fan of Jacob Elordi. So the cherry on top, when he won the award for Critics' Choice, I was very excited. I'm like, okay, I think I'm team Jacob Elordi for the rest of the award season. But that was before Delroy got nominated. So I'm rooting for either Delroy or Jacob Elordi for Best Supporting Actor. Between Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro, obviously Sean Penn's performance was the more dramatic and transformative. But Del Toro's character is so much more likable, and a few small beers just really blew up. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way about that scene. It's hilarious. I watch it almost every day, just on Instagram, just to find it. Pardon me. And yeah, as much as I love Stellan Skarsgård, and I really wish the Andor cast got some love for their brilliant work, I did not see that sentimental value, so it'd be silly for me to root for him. I haven't seen it, so yeah. So for best supporting actor, I like this lineup. For me, I am rooting for either Delroy or Jacob. I hope one of them win. If Del Toro wins, I'm not mad, because I love him and I love what he did in that movie. So yeah, Sean Penn. If Sean Penn wins, fine. Like this whole category, honestly, fine. Delroy Lindo being in the mix does make it more exciting. It would be awesome if he won, because he deserves it. It's long overdue, and he's already an Oscar-worthy actor. So yeah, I'm rooting for Delroy and Jacob, but a little extra push for Delroy.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo, I wouldn't be surprised if he snakes it. And I love Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value. I guess he was put here in supporting because it was just too much of a crowded category for lead. Because really watch Sentimental Value, I mean, he's the only real leading male actor in it, because the rest are mostly, he's acting across three women, really. Because it's a movie about his two daughters, and then Elle Fanning, who's like an actress who plays an actress in it. So yeah, so I guess they're like, well, it'd be easier just to put you in supporting. But he's really amazing in Sentimental Value. I love that movie. But I think it's probably between Sean Penn there and Benicio del Toro and Delroy Lindo for Sinners. But I could see him maybe I don't know, maybe they'll do like a Jamie Lee Curtis thing. Maybe they'll be like, well, since you've been in Hollywood for so long, let's kind of give it to you, I'm sorry I reminded you about that. Like she beat out Stephanie Hsu there. But yeah. Best performance by actress in a leading role here. You got Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renee Revize, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone, Begonia. The two surprises here, I think, are probably Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue. I think a lot of people weren't predicting that one. And then Emma Stone, Begonia also was kind of maybe a little bit of a surprise. The heavy favorite in this, I mean, I think she's won pretty much all the awards leading up to it, is Jessie Buckley. She's won all of it. I personally, out of these people, I mean, the only movie I haven't seen here is Song Sung Blue. I'd probably want either Rose Byrne or Renette Rizvi to win, but I don't know. Maybe Jessie Buckley, her being such a heavy favorite, could maybe work against her, and then maybe they'll pick somebody else. But those would be my two options there. What about you?
Yeah, so this is a category, unfortunately, I'm a little on the out of. I've seen Begonia, and that's it. I have not seen If I'd Like, and I remember you told me to check out Rose Byrne because it was a good movie. I have not seen it. Have not seen Hamnet, Sentimental Value, or Song Blue. If I had to guess, I think they're going to go with Jessie Buckley. I think she's the crowd favorite this award season. And yeah, Emma Stone has what, 3 Oscars? 2?
Really?
Yeah.
Emma she won for Poor Things.
Poor Things.
Did she win for La La Land? No, she didn't win for La La Land, right? Did she?
I think she did.
Oh, did she? Oh, okay.
She did, and that's why I was frustrated because that was 2026. No, sorry, that was 2016, and I was that year. I think I was rooting for Natalie Portman for playing Jackie Kennedy because I personally really enjoyed Jackie. But yeah, I enjoyed La La Land, but I was like, this is Best Actress, someone who had to like stretch and show range. Emma Stone's kind of playing herself. Mia is a character in a story she can easily tap into because she had that giving up everything to chase your dreams kind of background. But yeah, Emma Stone, she doesn't need another one. if she wins, fine. That's great. I'm a massive fan, and she doesn't seem like someone. She doesn't present herself as a Robert De Niro or Meryl Streep type of performer, but she just because she's a a millennial. But yeah, if you look at her filmography, look at her work. She is her work itself is well decorated with just great performances. But yeah, I love Rose Byrne. Kate Hudson's nice. I think it's nice that she was nominated. Has she ever been nominated before for Best Actress in anything?
I don't believe she has. I think
Yeah.
they said I don't believe she, let me make sure, but I don't think she has.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a surprise there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Song Sung Blue. It looked like a very fun, entertaining movie. I didn't think it was. It didn't look very Oscar worthy, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if I had to take maybe Kate Hudson out, I'd put in maybe, like I said, Amanda Seyfried, Testament Ann Lee, could put her in there. I thought she was really good in that. The woman from No Other Choice, I think, was pretty great there. I think, people talking about her. I think you could put her in there. I think she would have been a great choice. But I haven't seen Song Sung Blue, so maybe I'm wrong on that. But those will just be some of my options if you had to maybe kick her out of it. All right, performance by an actress in a supporting role: Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value; Inga Ispadater Lilius, there for Sentimental Value; Amy Madigan, Weapons; Wumi Moscow for Sinners, which this surprised me. I didn't think they recognized Wumi, but they did. So that was awesome. Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Much like with the leading with Best Actress there in a leading role, I think the heavy favorite, that category has a heavy favorite, and this one also has a heavy favorite. Tiana Taylor, would you agree that she's kind of the heavy favorite for this Best Supporting?
I would say so because of the so even though the people who attend Golden Globes say, they say the Golden Globes is more of a big party in Hollywood. It's the fun award show for actors. It's the pressure's off apparently during Golden Globes. It's they go to have fun, and the award itself, hey, I won, that's cool. I'm leaving. Tiana Taylor. I know the film has gotten some heat and some backlash, and some Black folk are having trouble celebrating her success in this because of the quality and content of the story itself, and how Black women are being portrayed. But I would have to say that Tiana Taylor is probably the front runner. She's probably the favorite to win. I didn't see Weapons. It seemed too scary, but I know Amy Madigan. It's nice to see it nominated because horror is still a valid genre and medium for storytelling. Wumi Masaku, that is very exciting. Seeing her from oh my goodness, Lovecraft Country, Loki. And now Sinners. She's brilliant. She was brilliant in Sinners. It's very exciting to see her here. If she won, that'd be fantastic. I'm obviously rooting for her in this category. Because unfortunately, I haven't seen much else besides One Battle and Sinners, and they're the only Black women who are here and nominated. So that's kind of ironic. I'm rooting for Wumi. They might give it to Tiana. I'm not surprised if they lean. I think she's also the more popular choice. Kind of like how F1 is is like the fun popular choice. I think this is, a lot of people saw One Battle, and Tiana Taylor has her own fan base, and I'm ready for Wumi, but it might be Tiana.
Yeah. My personal favorite, Inga would probably, I loved her in Sentimental Value. She'd be my personal pick. Who would and then her and Wumi would probably be two who I'd want to win it the most. Amy Madigan for Weapons. I think she does really well in Weapons. It's cool. Like you said, horror movies are getting a chance to be nominated and the performances of it to be nominated. So, that's a shame. And like you said, she's also been in the business a long time. They might give it to her because she's also been in for such a long time and go like, hey, let's give it to you for that. Tiana Taylor does an amazing job in One Battle After Another. Initially, when I saw the movie, I thought, wow, she really isn't in this movie all that much, really. She's kind of gone for, to me, a large part of it. So, but yeah, and not say that matters because actors have won for supporting roles and only been in the movie for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. So that does not necessarily matter. But yeah, I know there's a lot of controversy with Tiana Taylor and her character, and people have issues with that. So I don't know if that'll impact her winning or not. But yeah, but strong category, a lot of strong people here. I wouldn't be mad necessarily if any of them won. I think everyone does a really great job in their roles here. Best animated feature: Arco, Ilio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little, Amelia, or the character of Rain, Zootopia 2. Now, these I've only seen Zootopia 2 and Demon Hunters, so I can't really offer that much of a insight on the other ones there. I think it'll probably be between K-pop Demon Hunters and Zootopia 2. I think it's the things it's between. I think I wouldn't be surprised if K-pop won. I think there's a lot of hype around that movie, and it kind of took the world by storm, I think. But Zootopia 2 also did make over $1 billion. It did make that. Did you see Zootopia 2? And I know you saw K-pop Demon Hunters, but did you see Zootopia?
Yeah. So, best animated feature, like you, Josh, I've only seen K-pop, Zootopia 2, and I saw Elio. I did see Elio.
Oh yes, right, you did see. You were the 5 people that saw it. You were one of the 5 people that saw Elio. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So this is a fun category this year. It's a fun race because we have 2 films that are definitely worthy and definitely deserve to win. K-pop Demon Hunters, like you said, massive hit, like undeniable success. It blew up. The songs are popular on the radio. The singers who sing for the characters are now on Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. They're the ones. The singers are the ones on these
halftime shows at the football
halftime shows. They're making more red carpet appearances than the voice cast, the actors. Mm-hmm. So the songs are infectious. They're undeniable. Who doesn't love a great pop song? It's fun. It's entertaining. It's the same studio that did Spider-Verse, which is why the animation looks the way it does. It's beautiful. It's really great. And on top of that, EJ, her story really lends to this film's success during award season. Just telling her story and how she was shut out from being an idol in South Korea. She auditioned because K-pop they manufacture their groups. You audition and they put you, it's not like Boys to Men or Backstreet Boys where, we're old friends and we sang together in the high school bathroom and we stopped backstage and like had a big break. In South Korea, they're girl groups and boy bands, but they're made. It's very industry heavy. So seeing her story about, struggling and being told she's not good enough, and now she's in her 30s, and, that's kind of where you age out of doing the whole K-pop idol thing. Mm-hmm. She's having her renaissance. She's getting her flowers. She's earning, everything that everything that she worked so hard for. So that's really beautiful. Zootopia 2, it made $1 billion in 17 days. It broke that, which is a record. It made no movie has hit $1 billion that fast. Live action, animation, adventure, Star Wars, and it's never happened. So all this means is don't count out family films, especially during the holiday season. If there's something in theaters for families to see, they will go out in droves to see it, especially if it's good. And Zootopia, the first movie, Predator and Prey, is like an allegory for race relations. And then in 2, we have old money, corrupt government officials, erasing people's history, buying their land, stealing their land and covering it up. They go even deeper with the socio-political themes, and I really loved it. I liked Zootopia 2 more, and I really enjoyed the first one. I thought they succeeded in making a sequel. They went deeper with their real life themes, and they pushed the narrative forward. you know, Judy and Nick aren't they're not going to be together. This film established they're going to remain a platonic, you know.
Never know. Maybe in the third one they go like, that's what
Yeah.
people want, man. I guess that's what people want.
People want some rabbit fox hybrid babies. Apparently, people want some floppy eared orange fur, hybrid babies. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that, but yeah, I really love Zootopia too. Elio was a surprise for me. Pixar historically has that reputation for winning at the Oscars because they've had a reputation and just this streak of dropping banger after banger after banger. And I was personally nervous about Elio because it looks just like Luca, and I was not impressed by Luca at all. I did not love Luca the way a lot of other people did. Besides Silencio Bruno, I did not care about anything else in Luca, and the characters here look just like how the characters in Luca are done. But luckily, it's not like Luca. It is very funny. It's relatable. Someone who doesn't fit in, feels like an outcast, being raised by someone who isn't their actual parent, but they're trying their best. Like little bit of ET vibes going on. The alien friend who he does befriend is like a scene stealer. He's hilarious, and it wasn't Pixar's best, but it was the best thing they've done in a while, considering. I think over the past few years, it kind of maybe lost that streak. Not for me personally. I loved Elemental and Turning Red, but apparently Pixar went woke and focused on a lot of more culturally based stories that are more specific to a storyteller's perspective and life. But they weren't received as well as they should have been, in my personal opinion. But Elio was passable. It's not Pixar's best, but I liked it a lot more than Luca, and I was nervous going in, and I came out happy. It was I enjoyed Elio.
Okay. But yeah, we'll see. I think, like I said, K-pop Demon Hunters or Zootopia 2 probably between them. But I wouldn't be mind if K-pop won over Zootopia because Zootopia didn't they win? The first one won for best animated feature, right? I
think it was, the first one's 2016.
Zootopia, did it win for best animated feature? Let me check it out. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it did. It won for 89th Academy Awards best animated feature.
Okay. And then the next year was Coco, because that's 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this was a good year too. You had Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, The Red Turtle, My Life as a Zucchini. Oh, okay, you had some good ones. Okay.
Yeah. So in this category, I am rooting for K-pop Demon Hunters. It would just be another notch on EJ's belt, like just a resounding success. Obviously, it's not her film, but she's the reason why it's popular. She wrote the songs, and she's singing. The reason why we fall in love with the characters because of their talent, their voices, and it's her song, her words, her voice. So I'd be wrong, if I said I didn't have the film on itself. I listened to it at the gym. It hypes me up. It's catchy, it's fun, it's high energy. So yeah, either K-pop, and if they don't win, Zootopia. If they win, that's fine. Zootopia already won. It made $1 billion in 17 days. So I want K-pop to win. I haven't seen Arco. I've seen images and trailer for Arco.
I'm seeing that this week. It looks gorgeous. The animation looks gorgeous.
It does look cool. And I have no idea what Little Emily or the character of Rain is. But that's a very pretty title for a film. Yeah, I'm ready for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Well, since we already talked about it already, so like you mentioned the songs of K-pop Demon Hunter, and those are nominated here. So you got Golden, which was the big smash hit of 2025 that came from K-pop Demon Hunters. You have Dear Me, which was from Dion War Relentless. Then you also have as well I Lied to You from Sinners, Sweet Dreams of Joy there. And then also Train Dreams was from the movie Train Dreams. I think it's spread between Golden and I Lied to You.
Yeah.
Those are two of the things.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think is winning out of those two?
Because this is the best original song category, I'm I'm going to safely assume that Golden has more radio play. I'm going to assume Golden has more of a reach across, multiple demographics. Um, Lied to You definitely deserves to win. That sequence in the film is breathtaking and just a cinematic achievement in every way. Um, I am rooting. I would love for I Lie to You to win because it's Miles Caton's voice, and he is receiving a lot of love, which he deserves this award season. But this is for this category. Of course, it would. This is EJ's category, as I just said. This is her category. This is her song. If she won here, it would be. You know what? Even though I Lied to You deserves to win, I think I'm gonna be voting for Golden just because of EJ and her success story.
Is that her?
That's her. That's
Okay.
her. She's in her 30s now, which is considered, geriatric in the world of K-pop.
Okay.
Is her name Ray Me? This her with the puffs. I think she's from the DMV. I think she's from around my way.
Oh, okay. So they're Asian American. Okay.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I believe so. I think yes.
Okay.
I think EJ was born in America. But yeah, because she wrote the song, it would mean a lot if she won in this category because that would be her Oscar. You know what I mean? So for what it would mean more if she won versus Ludwig. Ludwig, he's a well decorated composer at this point. He's won so many awards for his brilliant work, and
I think he'll win best score for Sinners. I think he'll win the score. I think Sinners will win the score.
which he deserves, which he absolutely deserves. Sinners should win the best score. Absolutely, best original song. Somebody take me. Like
I mean, that's good too. Yeah, that's
it's brilliant. This is a tough race, but best original song. Popularity, radio play, its overall effect on pop culture. You can argue both have an effect on pop culture. I'm leaning more towards Golden in this category, personally.
Mm, yeah. I think Golden's probably gonna get it. It's
Golden
fun, it's
and,
poppy,
and,
but
and I Lied to You. Like it's right there.
yeah. So I wouldn't be upset about that. Yeah. And then the score, like we mentioned, so Sinners there, we already mentioned that. Do you think any of these other movies have a chance? You got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, one battle after another. You've seen Frankenstein, you've seen One Battle.
Yes.
Do you think any of these other ones? Frankenstein was good. That was a good one.
And it was gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. I don't know the name of the piece of music, but it plays throughout the entire film. But it really resonates at the very end where they bury the hatchet, they forgive each other, or Frankenstein, the creature forgives Dr. Frankenstein, Victor, and it ends with him, walking into the sunlight. Because early in the movie, when he was just born, Frankenstein told him, "The sun is life. The sun is everything." It's just it's just a very beautiful melody. It's sweeping. It's beautiful. It carries you. It takes you away. It's Alexander Desplat. He's great. He does a lot of amazing work. So yes, Ludwig Göransson, rooting for him. He's probably going to win.
This will be a third one.
This will be his third one.
Yeah, wow.
He is brilliant.
Because he won for Black Panther, right. And then what was the other one he won for? I'm trying to think. What was the other one? Was it Oppenheimer? Did he win for that?
I think it was Oppenheimer. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think it maybe was that one there. I can't remember. But yeah, he's done really, really well. So I mean, he's one of the best composers of our time, Ludwig Göransson, for sure. And I didn't know him and Ryan Coogler had that deep of a connect. I didn't know they go way back. They've gone since college.
They were roommates in college. Yeah.
I didn't know it went that way back. So it was Oppenheimer. Okay.
Yes. He has won 2 awards. Yes. He has won 2 Oscars for best score.
Yeah.
This
Uh,
will be third if he wins.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me go back up here. I didn't see any animated short. There's always something I didn't see, so I can't really comment on that. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've seen.
those are tough to tune into.
Documentary feature. Also, I have not watched any one of those ones there. I wish I could see more documentaries there. So I'll skip over these two. Let's go best director. So you got Chloe Zhao, Hamnet, Josh Safdie, Mari Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, one by after another, Joaquin Terrier, Sentimental Value, and then Ryan Coogler Sinners. Like I said, I think they'll split it. I think they'll do one for best picture, then they'll split it with best director. Paul Thomas Anderson has never won. I think a major. Okay, he's been nominated a bunch, but he's never won. So I think he'll probably get it, and then they'll split it, and they'll give Sinners maybe best picture. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Yes, in this category, I am rooting for Ryan Coogler. I'm glad that Josh Safdie was nominated by himself. You know, the Safdie brothers have been a thing for a few years, and last year they separated and did different projects. Chloe Zhao, great filmmaker. She's known for her on-set locations and her use of natural light. Paul Thomas Anderson, one battle after another. He has a reputation. He is beloved. Obviously, I'm rooting for Ryan Coogler because he deserves it. He has not made a bad movie. Wakanda Forever is not a bad movie, considering what he had to do, how hard he had to pivot and change directions. He still did what he does best, and he leaned on, cultural significance, historical context, and he still crafted a story that was powerful and resonant. Best director. Will they split it? Like give Ryan Coogler best original screenplay, like he did at the Golden Globes, and I think or Critics' Choice.
Yeah, I think maybe Critics' Choice. I think maybe. Let me see.
But best original screenplay. And then he made that appearance with his old teacher, who told him in school, you should go to Hollywood and write screenplays. You're that good. And I don't want him to split it. I want Sinners to sweep. I want Ryan Coogler to win best picture, best director, and best screenplay. So that's what I'm rooting for in this category. I won't be mad if Chloe wins because she will shout out Ryan as the one who deserves to win, as she did. I think at the Golden Globes. Josh Safdie, I'm rooting for Ryan, but he did Mari Supreme. Benny did Smashing Machine. You either like Smashing Machine or you don't. Apparently, there's no in between. I haven't seen anyone give an in between reaction. It's they adapted a documentary, so that's you get what you get. I personally like Smashing Machine, but Mari Supreme, Josh Safdie. I don't know. I'm rooting for Ryan.
Yeah. So my guess is they'll split it. I think Paul Thomas Anderson wins. So he's been nominated for 14 Academy Awards. So he did 14 Academy Award nominated. Yeah. So he's got that. So I think this will be the year. I think they'll give him best director and they'll give Sinners probably best picture. That's my guess. I think they'll do that. Try to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
You mentioned screenplay. Go to that one. So what we got here? So you got adapted and original. So Sinners is nominated for original. So you got Blue Moon. It was just an accident. Mari Supreme, Sentimental Values, Sinners. It was just an accident. It's pretty amazing. That's pretty great. That's a great movie. Mari Supreme is a lot of fun. That's a great script. Sentimental Value is also really amazing. Sinners is also really great. This is tough. Of what they could give it to here, I feel like.
Sinners
It's tough. I mean, Sentimental Value, I might give it to that. If I had the personal pick there, that one or it was just an accident. But yeah, I mean they may could give it to Sinners too. It's just it's tough. It's a tough one. Then you got adapted screenplay. This is the one battle after another is nominated for. So you got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams. I guess One Battle After Another probably will win this one. This seems like the bigger one. I'm sorry. You also had Frankenstein as well. Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah, in this category, I'm definitely rooting for Frankenstein for best adapted screenplay. Del Toro's adaptation of that book, a book that I've not read. It's beautiful. I can only describe that film as beautiful, and I'm so happy I saw it in theaters because that film needs to be seen on a big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my guess. I think One Battle After Another. That's my guess. It's gonna walk away with multiple awards. That's my guess. Then you got achievement in visual effects. I think this is. I mean, if Avatar doesn't win this, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, that's kind of the whole reason why you exist is to have the best visual effects. So, but you got Avatar, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, Sinners. Did you see Fire and Ash? You saw Fire and Ash, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
you didn't?
I thought the first one from back in 2009, I thought it was mid. So I've kind of been on this boycott of the rest of the franchise. I did not see Way of Water. I opted out. I didn't see Fire and Ash. I'm like, man, James Cameron. Just kidding. But yeah, no, I haven't seen it. And I'm people who did see it, who love this franchise, this world, did say it's very repetitive of the second one, and I don't think it's gonna hit the 2 billion mark the way the last two did. So maybe this franchise, it's not, but maybe it's running out of steam.
Yeah, I mean, it did cross.
It's not running out of steam. It's still, it made $1 billion. People still love it. Yeah,
I don't think it made as much as the second one though, because the second one made over 2 billion, and then this one I think only made like $1.5 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, it hit $1 billion, but it's still the lowest, financially. Avatar usually destroys. The first one $2 billion, the second one $2 billion, the third one,
$1 billion.
$1 billion, just not 2 billion.
Yeah. So I mean, if you don't win this, I mean, what the hell are you doing?
Yes. Best visual effects. It's cool the way. I forget the name, the guy, the director behind Maverick and F1, but
Joseph Kosinski or Kosinski.
Yes. I love the way he mounts a camera on a vehicle and just lets the vehicle go. It feels like you're there. It gives you that perspective of like, am I currently piloting this fighter jet? Am I driving at high speeds right now? Like, in seeing that in the theater, I can almost feel the pressure on my chest with like the motion, and it's really great. But that's more of like a practical, effect. Just mounting a camera on a moving vehicle. Sinners was fantastic. Again, I lied to you. The camera, goes around the juke joint, showing the past history of Black music and its contribution, and then we pan upward and see the ceiling is on fire. It's just great visual effects. That hue that the vampires have in their eyes, that not when they're red, but like you can see like they're soulless. That was really good. I didn't see Avatar Fire and Ash, obviously. I did not see The Lost Bus. Jurassic World Rebirth. The franchise that has become a guilty pleasure. It looks great. It looked great. Obviously, I am rooting for Sinners. I wanted to sweep so bad, but it would make sense if Fire and Ash is obviously the clear choice. Yes, I'm not an idiot.
Live action short film. I don't know anything about live action. I haven't seen any of these, so I'll skip over that one. And then there's achievement in sound. I'd give it to F1. I have not seen this movie, Sirat. I hear it's really good, but I have not seen it. But F1 is all about the sound and all about the vehicles and that's what it's made for.
The sensory overload, because they want you to feel, just like in Top Gun Maverick, they want you to feel like you are in the car with them when it's going, and you
Yeah.
do.
Then also, so I'll skip over that one. Achievement in production design. I think this will probably be Frankenstein. I think your Frankenstein will probably win this one because you got Frankenstein, Hamnet, Mario Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinner. I could see you either going to Frankenstein or Sinners.
Yes, so I am rooting for Sinners, obviously. I want to sweep, but which one deserves to win? Frankenstein. Del Toro is an old school filmmaker. He builds his sets, he builds everything. Everything you're seeing on camera is in camera, it is tangible. The characters, the actors can interact with it. It makes the world more immersive, makes it feel more real, which is just what it's what you want. It's what provides you with that escapism. And everything from the castles to his laboratory, the dungeon where the creature was being kept in, the ship that's stuck in ice, and everything. For this category, I am rooting for Frankenstein. It deserves it.
We already did song score. We already did achievement in makeup and hairstyling. I think this is another one Frankenstein could probably win too. So you got Frankenstein, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, The Ugly Stepsister.
Okay.
I don't really, yeah. So I haven't seen The Ugly Stepsister. I hear that's pretty good, but I think it's probably going to be between Frankenstein and Sinners. I think Frankenstein is probably going to win for makeup and hairstyling.
It'll be Frankenstein because Sinners is going to win for costuming. Because that woman, I'm sorry I forgot her name. She's been working with Ryan Coogler this past few years. She won costuming for Black Panther, and she's like the most decorated Black woman in terms of Oscar nominations in this category. I believe. I think I read that earlier this week. So I think they're going to give it to her for costuming, and rightfully so.
Ruth E. Carter.
Ruth E. Carter. Yeah. Look her up. Look into her. She's like a silent hero, and she's been racking up awards for her work, and rightfully so. Yeah. How many? Yeah. What's her name? Ruth E.
Yeah, Ruth E. Carter. Yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah. So she's pretty prolific there. Yeah. So apparently, so she's been around a long time here. I'm trying to see how many awards that she's probably won there. But she's worked on a lot of big movies.
She's won 2 Oscars for costuming.
For Black Panther and Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, and that's both of Ryan Coogler. I think she's gonna win for Sinners. Smoke wears the blue suit with the Irish gangster hat. Stack wears the red suit with the Italian gangster hat. Pearline, Mary, Delroy Lindo's character, Sammy. There's a story in their clothing. Their clothing tells you about who they are as people. The clothing itself tells a story. Yeah, I think Frankenstein will get the hair and makeup win, and I think Sinners will win for costuming because historically, so far she's been crushing it with the costumes.
Yeah. I think Sinners could win this one right here. Achievement in casting. I think it'll probably win that. I think.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
won.
new category that they have.
Yes, because it won, I think, at Critics' Choice or Golden Globes. It won a casting award, I believe, during one of those award seasons.
Then you got an international feature film there. And hey, how's it going there, Anthony? How's it going there, Stokes?
What's up?
I'll be with you in just a moment there, man. Thanks for joining me, man.
Of course.
So best international feature, Secret Agent, It Was Just an Accident, Sentimental Value, Sarat, voice of Hid Rajab there. I've seen 3 of these movies. I mean, there's a lot of heat on Sarat here. That's amazing. The voice of the Hid Rajab I hear is amazing. I think it'll probably go to Secret Agent. That seems like it's got the most heat on it. And it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. If I had to pick, I'd probably go It Was Just an Accident. That's what I would probably go with. I'd liked it more than Secret Agent, and I liked it more than Sentimental Value. So that'd be my pick personally. Then you got achievement in film editing. I think this probably also might go to F1. You got F1, you got Mario Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners. I know you want Sinners to sweep.
Yeah. Editing. Um, because Sinners is probably gonna win for cinematography.
Mm.
If I had to guess, because I put it on my Instagram story. I forget her name, but she's like the first Filipino woman to be nominated for best cinematography. If I can find it, Autumn Durald Archipel is the first woman of color nominated for best cinematography at the Oscars, and she shot Sinners, and she's all about the lens and the lighting and how the two are important to come together. So yeah, she'll probably win for cinematography, but best editing, best film editing. Either one, maybe One Battle or F1. People really like that last scene on the highway
Yeah.
on One Battle. How can this long car chase have so much visceral energy? But yeah, maybe either F1 or One Battle for best editing, and for best cinematography, Sinners.
Yeah. So we already talked about costume. You already voted for Sinners.
Mhm.
You got Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Mari Supreme. I could see either Sinners or Frankenstein getting it. Hamnet might maybe sneak in there and get it.
For costume, yeah. If not Sinners, then definitely Frankenstein, because again, the clothing is so specific to the character and tells you about the character before they even say anything.
And cinematography, you got Frankenstein, Mari Supreme, One Bell After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. Train Dreams is gorgeous. I've seen some of the movie a little bit just from clips and trailers. The cinematography of Train Dreams is gorgeous. Then you got Sinners, then you got Frankenstein. I wouldn't be surprised if Train Dreams wins. I would either go with either that, Frankenstein, or Sinners would be my three for I think would win. But yeah. But you're going Sinners all the way, cinematography.
For
Cinematography.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was all the categories there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris, for coming on and helping me discuss with these Oscar nominations, man. Will you be available to join me again for the Oscar cast?
Absolutely. It'll be easier now that it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, so people can watch it there. One more time, man. Let people know about you. What's got going on? What's got coming up next? All that good stuff.
Yes. The Black Subs, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. I think be on the lookout for my reaction for The Rip and the Sam Raimi movie. What's it called again?
Send help.
Send Help. Now those will probably be the two I watch and react to next. And yeah, thank you as always.
Do you
Interact.
do you watch The Pit?
I do not watch The Pit. No.
I think if you like The Bear, I think you like The Pit.
Okay. I love The Bear, so that's a good pitch.
Yeah. All right, man. Take care. Have a good one, man.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
Chris.
All right, dude. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, bro.
All right. Hey, how's it going there, Stokes, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Get ready for
Thank
the
you.
storm on the East Coast.
Yeah, this winter's coming. Winter's coming, man. Winter
Yeah,
is coming.
yeah. No, for sure. It's fucking crazy outside. It's insane.
Uh,
Oh, excuse me. It's crazy outside.
Sorry to keep you waiting there.
Oh no, you're all good. No, it's not a problem at all.
But before we get started, man, let people know about you, what's got going on, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Actually, yeah. So I have I sent a link in the private chat. So it's just a book that I'm working on. That we could take a look at it, the pre-launch. That I appreciate it. Kind of why part of the reason why I'm trying to do a little bit of press.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my book called Silent Count. So it's about a QB battle, and one of them it's interesting. One of them speaks ASL, so they're mute, and so it's like kind of like that kind of fish out of water. Like, how does somebody who can't speak, find their voice to lead the team? It's an incredible book. I think it looks gorgeous. One of my favorite books, and I've been working on this for a long time. So really excited, and we're gonna be releasing this the week leading up to the Super Bowl.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, get that football hype there.
Oh yeah,
You didn't want to release it at the same time as him. You didn't want to do that.
It wasn't ready then.
Okay.
It was not a lot of crossover, but
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. Silent Count. Yeah, and I think I got to get an interview with this guy. I think we were planning to do an interview, and it kind of fell out.
The
there.
AJ, oh yeah, AJ's lit.
Yeah. But okay, I love the art of it. I do love the art a lot.
Yeah, it's a crazy team, honestly. It's a crazy team. One of my favorite books. And like this this book took like a year to get ready, and it's so many ups and downs. Probably like the most sweat equity I put into a book, honestly. Like, so it's super gratifying to like see everything like, come together. We're gonna see how it does.
Yeah. It's pretty nice there. So awesome. Silent Count there coming out Super Bowl time. All right. Sorry about your Eagles though. Sorry about that happening.
I'm not here to talk about football, just a football comic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, man. And I'll make sure to put that link in the description below, along with all your socials as well there.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
So the reason you're on here, Stokes, there is to discuss Sinners right now. Sinners, which is leading the Academy Awards with 16 nominations.
Yeah.
It is the most nominations ever in the Academy's history there, beating out La La Land, All About Eve, as well as Titanic, which each had 14 nominations. So yeah, this is leading all those categories. And I just did an Oscar talk with Chris from the Black Stuffs podcast, who just we went through all the awards there. Now, out of the awards that it's nominated for, 16, I think that Sinners may end up with maybe four, maybe.
Damn.
I think it'll win for costume design, possibly cinematography, possibly original screenplay, and then I think they're gonna split it. I think they're gonna split Best Picture and Best Director. I think they'll give Sinners probably Best Picture, but then they'll give the Best Director to Paul Thomas Anderson. That's what I'm thinking. So I think may end up with like 4. So
soundtrack. What about the sound?
Oh, the score. Yeah, I think the score.
The original song. I think original song is like a lot. I feel like, but I'm not big into like the Oscar in terms of like knowing who's gonna get what. So I could be mistaken about that.
So it's nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor in a Leading Role. It's nominated for also Best Actress in a Leading Role as well there with that.
Really? Okay.
Wumi Masaoka is nominated there for her performance there, which I was surprised by. I didn't think that she may get a nod for that. Delroy Lindo is also nominated Best Actor in a Supporting Role there. That was also kind of a surprise. I didn't think maybe he'd get acknowledged for that, but that's pretty awesome there that he did. So yeah, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, Best Original Screenplay, Best Casting. That's another award I think it'll probably win for too, Best Casting possibly. Maybe that or One Battle, because One Battle has a lot of big names, Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn and a lot of names like that. Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, Best Costume Design, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Original Score, Best Original Song, Best Production Design, Best Sound, and Best Visual Effects. Boom, all those. So those are all the things that it's nominated for there. With that. So out of that, you say you don't really pay attention to the Oscars much there, but you think out of the 16 nominations, what do you see Sinners coming home with there possibly?
I definitely think best. I can tell you what I don't think is going to win. I guess I don't think Michael B. Jordan's going to get it.
Yeah.
I don't think Best Picture is going to happen. I think you're right. What I think is going to be like it'll sweep the technical awards. And then, so like best sound design, best sound mixing, all that stuff. And I think maybe it'll take a couple of those. But like the acting, I don't think anybody's gonna win for best actor. And then maybe it'll take best picture, best original screenplay, and then best director. But like one of those, I don't think it's gonna take all 3.
Okay, yeah. So I think it won't sweep. It won't walk away with everything. It'll get some more technical stuff in that, but yeah, I don't think it'll sweep there, but I hope it wins a good amount there. I do love the movie. You also are a big fan of the movie as well. I don't know how many movies you saw in 2025 there. Were you a big Do you see a lot of movies in 2025?
Of the best pictures, I think I've seen about half of them. Like I didn't see The Secret Agent. I didn't see any of the other foreign ones. So I've seen a couple of them. I didn't see as much. Like the older I get, the more. Like 2010 when I first got into movies, like I'd seen every best picture except King's Speech. And we get further away, I'm like, yeah, I can't find it. I can't watch all of them. I hope to watch most of them eventually. I probably will never see Frankenstein. I don't think I'm ever gonna see that.
Why not?
I'm just out on Frankenstein as like a concept, I guess. Like like I'm good. I'm good.
Just good on Frankenstein.
I'm good. I just don't think, and I don't like Benicio, Guillermo del Toro. I don't like his movies that much. I'm being honest. I think a lot of times, and I think this is also true of bro that did Parasite. I feel like sometimes it's like
Bong Joon-ho,
like their English dialogue. I just can't get with like what and because Mickey 17 was the same way. I just feel like they kind of like it feels like a lot of overacted. It feels a little cheesy, I guess. So on top of that, but yeah, like nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna watch The Bride either. Like I'm just good on.
Oh yeah, that it's Maggie Gyllenhaal directed.
I'm good,
yeah.
bro. I'm good, bro.
Okay.
Maybe Robert Eggers did one, but otherwise,
yeah. Well, he's doing the other movie Monster. He's doing
The
Werewolf.
Yeah. So he's the only guy that will take me to that period of time with that kind of, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. Like anybody else, oh, thank you.
So with Sinners being the most Oscar nominated movie in history, there's some people, a little controversy going of it. People going like, I mean, does it deserve to be the most nominated movie in history? Is it really that good? Like, I don't know. It's just this fun blockbuster popcorn movie. Why is it nominated for 16 Academy Awards there? So you got that as well attached to it. So we're going to just talk about some of these takes there as well. And then if we had time, I don't know what were we arguing about on Facebook?
We were talking about One Bath or Another.
We were talking about that.
And its shortcomings relative to Sinners, and I think also like its similarity to, at least its similarity to other movies. Like to me, One Battle After Another is in like that Crash Green Book vein mold to me.
Really?
In terms of like it's definitely better than Crash. Crash is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But in terms of its politics, I would say it's in that direction, like kind of being vaguely about like race in a way that's not challenging for mainstream audiences. I would put in that, and being rewarded for it, I would put in that category. Yeah.
Okay. So some takes on Twitter, of course, Twitter, the most wonderful place it is, went kind of viral there. People kind of talking about it and reacting to it. So this was one of the bigger ones that got viral there on Twitter. So this take right here. So I know people may struggle to read it. It's maybe the print is always the best, but okay. So this person is quote tweeting a tweet that somebody else had. So they said, "I don't understand this. It was a good movie, but not anywhere near the hype, in my opinion." And this is them. They're reacting to the 16 nominations. So this person says, is they quote tweeted, the reason is white liberal enthusiasm. Same reason Black Panther got 7 nominations. I know you're a little critical of Black Panther there and the awards that it got. And we're going to dig into that, some of the nominations they got there as well. But then they follow it. They follow their tweet by saying, "I thought it was a great genre film, but this kind of film is catnip for a certain kind of white liberal with a racial complex. And there are a lot of those in Hollywood. They overrate any such film to satisfy their various parts of that complex." James Baldwin wrote about his frustration with the white liberal tendency to superficially overrate Black art due to their own psychological complexes. It's a mix of virtue signaling and guilt there, assigning guilt there, and a few other things. Plus, Trump is in power, which adds some extra impetus. So what are your thoughts there about it?
I actually, like I kind of alluded, I actually think this applies to One Battle After Another. Like if you were to take that criticism, some of that criticism, I think would apply more so to that than Sinners. To me, the reason why I would disagree is because I think Sinners, if you have a racial prejudice against like Black people, that movie, it casts like a really wide net. Like you have the liberal in there, which would be the ally, which would be
Haley
Remick.
Steinfeld. Oh, what are you gonna say?
and then you do have, or I guess she would be more of the ally character, I guess, and then Remick would be the liberal, and then like you have the clan who are like the full on like typical racist, or I guess what people imagine to be racist. So there's nowhere on the spectrum for you to fall and watch this movie and not not confront your biases somewhat. And this is, I would say the same thing about Get Out. I think that's what Get Out did really well too, is that Get Out had a full spectrum. So there's nowhere for you to hide in terms of like your perspective if you watch this movie. And I think that's the opposite problem. Like I think that eliminates the point. Like if there's like two characters that if you're a liberal that you could resemble Remick or you could resemble Mary, like easily. So I disagree with that criticism.
So, and then he also followed up again. He did a whole kind of big thing there. I don't know if I sent it to you. I don't know if you read the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of long there. But to summarize basically what he basically kind of said again, reiterated some of the same things he said before. But also he was just talking about how the Academy is mostly white there and it's not that many black people there. And then also he quoted James Baldwin again. He brought up how white liberals see black art and everything like that. And then he also mentioned how films, like he brought up Black Panther again, how that was overpraised there, overhyped by giving 7 nominations. And then he mentioned as well some other black films.
Man, get the fuck.
Like he mentioned here, like Spike Lee's relatively safe Black Klansman didn't get to see as much love as Black Panther. He also mentioned Barry Jenkins of Beale Street Could Talk as well, which he says ironically also relatively safe and sanitized. He mentioned that about that. But he mentions the Academy snubbed Boots Riley's Sorry to Bother You, an ambitious and radical indictment of liberal racism, and Steve McQueen's Widows, a near perfect genre film that definitely addresses racism, class, and gender in a structural critique of urban liberal politics with a powerhouse lead performance by
Time out.
Viola Davis. Yes,
that's where you fucking lose me. When you say Widows is a near perfect film, and this is the problem I have with the discourse around Oscars, especially as like these movies just get flattened. Like essentially. We start comparing movies that you wouldn't compare otherwise. Like you would never compare Black Klansman to Widows. But like now, because a black movie gets nominated, it gets brought up. Like that's kind of the part of the conversation I hate. Like there's no reason to be positively speaking about Widows. It's to me it's so insane, especially considering that Black Klansman won an Oscar. I don't really. I think the argument's all over the place. And again, I don't think this applies. I do think it does criticize white liberalism. So I think it criticizes it pretty thoroughly. So I just disagree with the core criticism. And then the movies that you have to boost up to make that argument, it just makes me, I'm just not.
Then he mentions also, and then gave Best Picture to Green Book, a white directed period race film that combined a white savior and a white redemption narrative. Yeah. And then, so he mentions here again, Sinners is a great genre film that, like Black Panther, is also safe and attractive to white liberal Academy. It's fun and stylish, addresses racism without challenging them at all. So that's kind of basically where he kind of sums it up there. But but he does mention one after another here. He says, but there are several other kinds of films white liberals love up for some of the categories this year, like one battle after another. So we have to see how it fares overall. So yeah, that's kind of basically his thing. I mean, his thing is saying that the only reason Sinners is getting all this love is because of white guilt, white liberal guilt, and they're hyping it up and overhyping it because of that, just like what they did similar to something like Black Panther. What do you have to say about that in terms of the Academy being made up of mostly white people, that white liberal guilt coming in there? What do you have to say about that?
Again, I agree with a lot of what he said. I just think he picked the wrong Best Picture nominee. I don't understand. I don't understand why this is coming. I think ironically, the blacker movie is getting the criticism that I think should be reserved for the movie that's actually like that I think has white liberal like values. Like I think One Bell After Another is that. I just don't even understand the position, honestly. I don't know how you watch this movie and think like, oh yeah, this is like basically just to me, just like, yo, this is like a black movie that's good, and it's not a 1-to-1 because like the Ku Klux Klan as we understand it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no 1-to-1. So maybe that's why the position, but I just don't understand it.
Now the nominations with Black Panther, so it had 7. So it was nominated for Best Costume Design, Best Original Score, Best Production Design, Best Picture, Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing. Now all of those I could see it being nominated for, except for
Yes.
maybe Best Picture. But I think the Best Picture thing now, since it's expanded to 10, that's where they'll throw in a movie that is like, okay, what's the most popular movie that most people probably seen that we could get away with throwing in there? Like I think Avatar, Way of Water was nominated for Best Picture. Top Gun Maverick was nominated for Best Picture. You also had even this year, people talking about F1. Like, why the fuck is F1 nominated for Best Picture? And that was kind of a mediocre rate. It's like, why is that nominated? So I just think they just throw a movie in there that's just kind of like, okay.
I think Black Panther is better than I didn't enjoy Black Panther, but if you're looking at it in terms of cultural impact, then it absolutely deserved to get the Best Picture nomination. And I agree that it did. That's the thing when people are like overrated. It's like you couldn't really dispute any of those Sinners nominations. Like you really can't. Like there's nothing that's all the technical awards. Like you can't argue that. Like Michael B. Jordan, I think. Like Oppenheimer just came out. I think that was the definitive performance of the 2020s. But I think like Michael B. Jordan is gonna like rival that. I think this is going to be the standard going forward for portraying 2 different characters in one movie, which is long. They've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like when you go to that level and you become that, then I feel like the nominations earned at least.
Yeah. And Black Panther only ended up winning 2. It won for Best Score and Best Costume Design, which I think those were good awards for it to win. I think it deserved to win those awards there.
Yeah.
And then he mentions also like Black Klansman and then If Beale Street Could Talk. Gorgeous movie, Beale Street Could Talk. I like Beale Street Could Talk a lot there with it. But I guess my thing is you always going to have a white majority, probably Academy. So
yes.
What position does that put Black art in? Because if something's not successful and you like it, and it's not nominated by the Academy, then that's truly subversive and challenging. But if it does get nominated, then it placates to white people and white liberals. And then he leaves out, I mean, if he's saying like something that isn't challenging, like he brings up Sorry to Bother You, that is, I mean, Get Out was very highly successful at the Academy, and that was just critiquing nothing but white liberal racism and white liberals. So how was that?
Slave, like, which also like did as well. So I think you're correct in what you're getting at. Is it does kind of feel like, all right, well, this movie was successful, therefore it's placating white liberals, but like, yeah, you kind of leave out. I mean, what would you like? Moonlight, like you kind of have to end up leaving out a lot of like really good Black movies that. Moonlight isn't even about like racism. So like, where does it where would that even figure, into that metric that narrative right. that he's trying to push.
Yeah. Because Moonlight, I mean, that was a gorgeous movie. Like this movie came out in 2016 there, and great movie. Loved this movie a lot. But you said it's not about racism. It's just it's about homosexuality, about masculinity.
Masculinity, I would say.
It's more about that. So it's not really too much about. I mean, you could swap out the race really, and it will.
I don't agree with that, but
yeah,
I disagree with that. But I get what you're getting at. It's not. I do think it's specific to Black masculinity, but it's not about racism. It's not about like racism, and you could probably read into like it being about that somewhere, but like that's not the core. That's not the core conflict, but I'd probably argue it's not the core conflict in One Bite or Another or Sinners either. I don't really I don't really understand.
Do you think it's just because too many people are thinking most nominated movie ever means that it's the greatest movie ever? Do you think too many people are just thinking those two things are synonymous?
I we'll give people more credit than that. I don't think people are looking at it like that. I think people probably thought Sinners was overrated. I think like what I get frustrated with online discourse is like, oh, people are hating for this movie out of nowhere. It's like, no, like I could see a movie and be like, tweet about it, like, yeah, I don't really mess with this. Like when I see it, and then it gets nominated for an Oscar and be like, yep, see, and that's not me coming out of nowhere. Like I was here, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it comes up because of the Oscars. I think a lot of people think Sinners is overrated. I think they're wrong, they're stupid, but like they think it's overrated, and it's not hard to imagine why they think it's overrated. Like it, you know, I think I kind of alluded to this. It's like this is a black movie. Like I wouldn't call 12 Years a Slave black movie. Like 12 Years a Slave's aesthetic choices are more reminiscent of a mainstream like white movie. But like when you get to like Sinners or Moonlight, those feel in the vein of like John Singleton. Like
Okay.
John Singleton or the Hughes brothers. Like if you were to look at that as like those are kind of the pioneers, one of the pioneers of like black cinema. 12 Years a Slave would belong more to say the PTA side than like the Hughes brothers side, for instance. And I think that's the difference. I think it resembles too much of a movie that black people would enjoy. There's a reality where this movie was just From Dusk Till Dawn with vampires or with blues. Like there was a reality, but you know, Ryan Coogler elevated what is a pretty simple premise with like a lot of artistry and inspiration and great choices and great like it rose above it. But I think you can look past if you're being dismissive, you can look past all that and say like, yeah, this is From Dusk Till Dawn with the blues. And I truly believe that's why. And like I do think that is why 12 Years a Slave like did better. You know what I'm saying? I do think that's why Boots Riley, his movie didn't get nominated for Best Picture. I mean, I don't know that Sorry for Bothering You was like a top 5 movie that year, but it should have deserved the Best Picture, I would imagine.
And I love Sorry to Bother You. When I did my list of, I think, best movies of the 21st century, it was on my list. I love it a lot. And I think Boots Riley, I mean, he's doing a lot, and he, you know, like I said, he's doing a lot as far as critiquing with his social commentary, with a lot of kind of radical stuff. I mean, you can only, be so radical in, I think, you know, Hollywood in film, given, you know what I mean, how much they kind of, you know, cut you off there at your knees. So you can only go so far there what you can do. And do you think, and let me see, I'm going to see also what came out the same year as Sorry to Bother You as well, because this movie came out 2018, so this was a big year there. But do you think it's when people say, like you brought up, people say, oh, well, it's just kind of like From Dusk Till Dawn, do you think people are just not getting the message of Sinners all that much, or you think people are oversimplifying Sinners too much, or you think that's also...
Yes, I think people are oversimplifying it. I think it has an uphill battle, and like I said, this is a movie that I had somebody. It was this dude at the Signifier. He talked about this, and you look at Lupe Fiasco versus Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar's sensibilities are very black, like it's grills. You know what I'm saying? It's black and white. It's blues. It's soul music. He did a funk album. You know. And if you look at Lupe Fiasco's sensibilities, his sensibilities are very white. Like he loves Radiohead, you know, like he had like, I think he had one of the singers on Radiohead from a song. Like he did a punk album, like, and not okay, obviously like punk can be black or whatever, but generally speaking, if you look at what he's doing, it's different. And I think it's the same thing. If that makes sense. Like that's the best way to compare it. Like, so you may get it just so happens that Kendrick Lamar is so talented that I think he can I think that's not a barrier in rap music, because ultimately the people in the driver's seat for rap music are black people, but they're certainly not in the driver's seat for cinema. They're in the trunk for cinema, you know? Okay. like you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. And I think because of those choices, that's why those people push back. And I think that's why like a movie like One Battle After Another is getting those accolades, because that is a movie, in spite of having like a bunch of black people in it, it has like white sensibilities. Like that more resembles it more resembles Boogie Nights than Boys in the Hood, you know.
Hmm. And I don't know, maybe One Battle After Another makes, like I said, maybe white liberals feel good in this political climate, you know, revolutionary kind of thing. You got Leonardo DiCaprio, who's somewhat of the lead of the movie, him and Chase Affinity there, and they're, you know, fighting back figures there who are kind of ICE, and, you know, you can kind of implant them in it, or, you know, very federal, you know, officers there. And, you know, I like the movie. It was on my list of best films of 2025 there. I feel like even people who don't like the movie, I think even on a technical level, they can admire it just from the filmmaking perspective of it. I mean, you don't even admire it on the filmmaking perspective of it?
It's fine. Like I even on a filmmaking perspective, I don't like it's whatever. Like I think this movie is getting a lot of like Paul Thomas Anderson love. Because like, yeah, I mean, look, it's obviously an expensive movie, like it's well made, but like to me, Licorice Pizza, like I can say the same thing about Licorice Pizza, like, but that movie's not. Maybe this has like more scale, but like that movie didn't get, you know, a bunch of nominations. You know, people weren't saying that was the best movie of the year. So I do tend to lean on the side of overrated, like for me personally.
Okay. And I know people, you know, seen people have issues with it, especially with a lot of how the black characters are portrayed in it. You know, Tiana Taylor most notably.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And then a character, Jungle Pussy, who's in it as well. You know, but that is her, like you said, I mean, I just want to bring up, it is her rap name. It is her, that's her.
And it's so funny because it's like, it's her rap name. It's like, so like, it's crazy because you have musicians in this movie. Like Tiana Taylor is a musician. Like Haim, what's her name? One of the Haim sisters, she's in the movie. Her name ain't
Alana Haim, yeah.
Yeah, her name ain't the fucking youngest Haim sister. Her name ain't Tiana Taylor. Her name's Perfidia.
Well, I mean, her stage name is her name. I mean, her band name.
But my point is that when you say, if I were to say, it doesn't matter to me. Like I mean, you tell her no. you tell her, okay, we're going to give you know how everybody else on this set has a real name and then they are given a name for their character. We're going to do the same thing for that for you, because for me, having her basically name her own character speaks to a lack of intentionality on Paul Thomas Anderson's part. I feel like if you're going to have a character like this kind of be a braggadocious representation of a black revolutionary, then shouldn't you kind of like be really careful with that? Shouldn't you be really particular with what you're framing and what you're putting out there? And then you call her Jungle Pussy, and it's just like, he named the character. In effect, he named the character Jungle Pussy. The actress just says, "That's my name. Okay, I'm gonna name the character that." Like he didn't come up with the name. And I think if either the name is okay or it's not, like I don't give a fuck who came up with it. Like, I mean, like nobody, you notice how nobody else says their name. Like nobody else states, "Hey, my name is Boom Boom." Like she's the only character too. So,
how many times does Leonardo DiCaprio referred to as like Ghetto Pat? How many times is it referred to?
Does he respond? He might say, "This is me, Pat, Ghetto Pat," because I have to like communicate who I am. But he's not like, "Yo, it's me, Ghetto Pat." Like, or if we were doing a one-on-one, it's me, Leonardo DiCaprio, because we're letting actors choose their own names. I think it's completely founded. I think the conversation about, I think my core problem with this is, and this is the conversation we had. I think if you are a racist, you could watch this movie and it could completely miss you on the scale. Like I don't think this. You could be a white liberal and you could just be like, all right, cool. Yeah, this movie's not about me. I'm not a fascist. And if you're like mad racist, you'd be like, yeah, I mean, this is what Black Lives Matter was. It's Jungle Pussy. You know, it's Perfidia blowing up shit and then having sex. Like I felt like the characterization was so loose. It felt so unfocused. And to hear that that they at least let one actress, Miss Pussy, write her lines,
Miss Pussy.
I just feel like, yeah, like that's probably why it feels so disjointed. That's probably why the characterization feels so off versus Sensei, where you could really tell there was a lot of care and a lot of like technique, and I'm sure Benicio del Toro made some choices, but like respectfully, Benicio del Toro has the chops to make those kind of choices, and he is not supposed to represent or be a representative of like a revolutionary force, like but Miss Jungle Pussy is.
So is there issue just mainly with Jungle, or is it with Tiana Taylor and
I think it's
Hall?
both. I think Regina Hall, I think, is kind of like something that adds some stability, but she comes in later. Like as I'm watching this movie, I'm like, yo, you could throw out this whole first act, because to me, Perfidia, I thought, and again, if you wanted to look into this movie and be ignorant, just be like, oh yeah, like all Black women are just hyper sexualized beings, the movie would vindicate you for the first 30-40 minutes. I mean, a bomb goes off and then she's like, yo, let's fuck while the bomb goes off. Insane. I think it was a couple, like to me, it's also like, it's basically a Jenga tower. Like, okay, I'm with you. Tiana Taylor, she's sexy, right? Like she's a beautiful woman. I get you. Like, okay, yeah. She could even use her sex as a weapon, or you know what I'm saying? I get you there. But some of the scenes with Sean Penn, the way they're framed, and then even the note, she like, this pussy don't pop for you. It's just like, all right, bro, like everything, how much pussy is in this movie? Like everything kind of ends up going back to sex. And I think it undercuts like the actual character that's there. And like we can't just ignore the fact that like Paul Thomas Anderson definitely likes Black women, like for sure. Like, but I mean, this is no worse. This is worse to me than Quentin Tarantino liking feet, because at least him liking feet hasn't like derailed, you know, like the themes or the character, you know what I'm saying, or a character arc, you know. So for me, yeah, I do think if I do think people are right to kind of question like, all right, is this movie representing Black women well? I mean, I'm not a Black woman, but so I can't give my full. I'm not fully informed, but and I think also it's not respectability politics either. Like I think, yeah, you can be sexy for sure, but saying my name is Jungle Pussy, this is what Black power looks like. When you have that line in there, you are saying something, and it's not PTA saying something, it's the actress saying something. And I don't know if she fully thought through the implication of that line. Like what would that mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
you know.
And I've listened to the criticisms. I mean, Black women have had about it and said like, I'm not even gonna watch the movie. I mean, pregnant Tiana Taylor firing a machine gun, like, yeah,
that shit was cool though.
You know,
that shit was hard. That shit was hard.
But I know, yeah, some people had, and I can see that definitely in the movie. I think what they're doing for sure there. And then you could also say some of it there's a satire bent to it. I mean, just the whole stuff with the white supremacists in the movie and how they are overly cartoonish there and how they kind of act. Then that stuff, and you know, and a lot of the, I mean, other prominent, you don't really have, I mean, because Tiana Taylor is gone for the most part of the movie. And then you have Regina Hall, who is not a major part of the movie. She's gone for a large bit and comes back at the end. Then you also have I forgot that actor's name, the guy from The Wire. He's in it. I forgot his name. But
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's barely in there. Yeah,
he's barely in there, and then he's in a relationship with the
white girl. Yeah,
with the white girl, and then he kisses her and says, "I think you go get it, white girl, or you do your
That's
white
what
girl."
I'm saying, bro. Like, stop it. Just if you took, like, I'm just like, yo, just at face value, this dialogue is corny. Like, just taking that face value, this is some corny ass dialogue, and it's like to me, Paul Thomas Anderson writing a political satire about Black Lives Matter is like Jordan Peele directing what is it, Little Women? Like what, like that's the same shit to me.
The Greta Gerwig movie?
Yeah, like what the fuck? That's like Jordan Peele directing Barbie. Like, nigga, what are we doing? Like it doesn't make sense. Like who PTA, who do you think you are? Like you, bro, like just stick to you know, I just feel like he changed the race and didn't like think through the implication. And it's like, all right, I know you got angst about your daughter being like mixed and all that, but like go to therapy, bro. Like who are you? Who are you? And I just feel like and I'm glad that we got Sinners, because I think some years this would have been the only black prestige movie we got. And this is not a black movie. This is like, it has black people in it. Like you said, like we get little snippets and shit, but like it's not really hidden for me. And I
don't mean to erase the identity of Chase Infinity, who she is half black. I believe she's half black.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to erase that identity there. But yeah. But she's so it's kind of,
she's great. I mean, she was great in the movie, but also she is not, you know, like when I say it's not a black movie, I mean this is through the lens of white. Literally, it's through the lens of white man. Like the POV character is Leo. Leo's the guy with the biracial daughter. Like, so it's like it's not just that. And then once the movie starts going, we don't see the revolution anymore, really. Like it stops being about a movie about not like anti-fascism, and it becomes just like a fun adventure movie with some lip service to being anti-fascist. But like you could like change the story, like, oh, they're diamond thieves, and like Chase Infinity's character has like a necklace and then she gets stolen, they have to track. Like it could have been anything for me. And I think like actually the social commentary is what makes it worse. Yeah. It's kind of like you want the emotional weight of having racial commentary, but once it's scrutinized, you don't want that. Like it doesn't hold up. And to me, that's why I would compare it to Crash or like The Green Book, because it's a political movie that you can't examine the politics. Like it doesn't really say anything to me. But it's being rewarded as if it does, and like I think it's pretty cowardice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna circle back to Sinners there, but to close our little one battle after another. So, what was the main crux of our argument there? It was that how racists would see the movie. That was the main crux of it.
My argument was that you could watch the movie as a racist and come away more apathetic with black people than you did walking in. Okay. If you're going to make a movie that features fascism and racism, I would think the point would be to raise empathy for those groups. And I think it utterly failed at that. And I think your point was that racists can't really be swayed by movies, like media and all that. And I don't think it's a horrible argument, but that is the intention with art. Like a lot of art is trying to change people's perspective.
Okay, so I guess I guess what I was trying to kind of say in my kind of comments, it was that I think art can it be due to change minds? I think maybe in some way. I think that is that the sole purpose of. I mean, I don't know, because I mean, I don't know if that's the sole purpose of art. I mean, art has many different purposes. Is that what Paul Thomas Anderson is trying to do in this movie with One Battle After Another specifically? I don't know. I think maybe he's just trying to show up, and sometimes some artists will just show a thing and then leave it up to people. Go like, hey, whatever you want, you interpret it how you want to interpret it, and that's not up to me to tell you what to think either way. How you feel about that. And if someone who is a racist comes into a movie like One Battle After Another or Sinners or anything like that, it's like, well, now I'm going to think that all black people are, bank robbers and,
there's nobody named Jungle Pussy in Sinners. Like Sinners had an extreme amount of dignity and, like it didn't go into that. And I think like to me, that's the problem. It's like, okay, if PTA just made an adventure movie and used fascism as a backdrop, I think that's bad. Like I don't think that's not a great movie to me. You should have made it about something else. And again, I'm not trying to say that was the sole focus of the movie, but I think that should have been the intention or a possible outcome and I think it utterly failed at that. Whereas I do think Sinners inherently in introducing it made me more empathetic towards Irish people because I was like, I didn't know y'all had a fucking song like this. Like
Mhm.
I didn't know
Rocky Road to Dublin.
of course I'm already empathetic towards like Latinos, but I thought like the Sensei character showing that I thought like it did humanize the minority group that it was focused on. But I don't think it does that for Black people. And even if it is it's a futile effort, I would just have to ask, okay, then what is this movie doing? If it's not trying to inspire empathy, then what's the point of the movie?
I think the core of One Bell After Another isn't the radical or trying to be the radical politics. I think it's the father-daughter relationship, family. What is family? What makes family? I think that's the ultimate thing of it, really.
Then why do you have Jungle Pussy in the beginning talking about this is what Black Power looks like? Then you overemphasize the political part in the first act, which I agree with you, but that means that's what makes the first act worse, is that you overemphasized the politics. And then when we examine the politics, because this is a movie that's being celebrated for being, because old boy didn't say this that this was an empty, phallic, boring, white liberal race movie. So people aren't perceiving it as that. Then where are the politics at?
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of like trying to have your cake and eat it too. To me,
I mean, people did say that when One Battle After Another came out, though. They did say it was like white liberal guilt, and you had people like Ben Shapiro and people like that come out and say that about One Battle After.
And that is true. That is true. But I think like, and that is true. But then when those people come back and say, "Hey, this is why," and it doesn't have to be Sinners. Like One Battle After Another wouldn't. If it was up to me, Chainsaw Man is getting a vote before One Battle After Another. But I think like when we're talking about making an impact, I'm like, what impact did this movie make besides being just a cool PTA movie? It's like I can watch another cool PTA movie and not have to deal with the baggage of the subject matter, essentially. So,
and so to get into some more kind of criticisms people had about Sinners. So speaking about Ben Shapiro, since this guy, he's also part of the Daily Wire here. So this is what Matt Walsh, who said about about Sinners right here. Let me show this one. So Matt Walsh says, it's like when everyone pretended that Black Panther was some kind of cinematic masterpiece. Everyone knows what's going on here. Almost all of the praise is exclusively because of the Black cast and director. Easily one of the most overrated movies ever made. There you go. So people are praising the Black cast. I mean, obviously the cast is great and happens to be Black. So I mean, that's
cool.
And the director,
two of them aren't like two of the most celebrated performances aren't Black though. So I don't. Yeah, that's a horrible point. I like I said, I and this is the thing where you can't, like, a Matt Walsh will make you like you end up like saving your criticism. Like I don't think Black Panther was an amazing movie. I don't even know if I'd call it a great movie, but like you would have a better argument about Black Panther because it doesn't follow through with its themes. Like for all intents and purposes, like Black Panther resembles Iron Man more than Boys in the Hood, right? Like if we had to put one in a other section, like we had to like categorize everything, and I think like that is to its failing. So like I can kind of understand the criticism with Black Panther, even though like I would hate to fucking agree with Matt Walsh, but like it just doesn't apply to Sinners. Like
are people confusing calling something a cinematic masterpiece with just people just liking it? A lot of people liking the movie.
I think people are saying that it is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't think that's an unfair categorization. And to be fair, when you get 16, when you're the most nominated movie of all time, I'm talking
about with Black Panther. I thought
Black Panther,
like when that came, I mean, people were hyped about it, excited about it, and people liked it. But I don't think anybody, oh my god, like people like it. Just people had a lot of
the best movie.
They liked it. People liked it.
I think that's a good point. Like I think people at best were saying it's the best Marvel movie, maybe. Which fucking Infinity War came out 2 months later. So I thought that shit was crazy. I thought they were tripping, but I won't act like the subject matter didn't get a goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and that's what I hate about these grifters is they can never make that point. They always have to make it fucking weird. Like they always have to like take it that extra step and just be odd, you know. But we yeah, I mean, to an extent, I mean, is Black Panther the most overrated movie ever? I might have made that point in 2018, but like it's a cool movie. It's not it's better than fucking Crash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's better like
Better than Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez had 13 nominations.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Well, and that movie got drafted. And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's unfortunate because like it's not out of nowhere that people have this perception of these things. And it's just like that's why I be extra hard on stuff like this, because it's like, yo, you're representing, like, they'll probably, I mean, cool, fingers crossed that trans people get another movie that's more iconic than Amelia Perez, right? Like fingers fucking crossed. I hope they get their Sinners. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, yeah, like you can't deny that politics didn't play into that at all, but you know, you kind of just end up like the tone and you kind of just sound kind of shitty. That makes people double down on, you know, this movie, and then boom, boom.
So I guess that's where I asked you about, like, do people perceive like the nominations, Oscars, most nominations, as like this is supposed to be the greatest movie ever? When I think that's why people are kind of perceiving it. So if this movie ended up, let's say it had half it. So let's say it had, instead of 16, it had 8. Would it be going like, do people have the same reaction going like, oh, this is over it, if it just had 8 instead of 16?
I think it comes to the right conclusion, but I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you when people think. I think people can compartmentalize and understand that one, there's different categories. Like and y'all kind of alluded to this. There's the gimme Oscars where it's like, all right, we're gonna give you one of these so we can let this other shit sweep, right? Like, and then like there's some of like best film editing is more or less like the first best picture award, you know, like essentially, like, so it's like there's a lot of politics in play, but like from a technical perspective, like the technical Oscars is like, it's like half the Oscars, ain't it? Like for the main shit. So it's like,
yeah, so visual effects, score,
sound editing. Like, what's the difference between sound design and sound editing? I couldn't fucking tell you, but you know.
Then they added a new category like casting, which that also got added this year, so they were nominated for that. So that's like an extra thing that they got.
DEI award. So yeah. That's what they're gonna call it. I think where the conclusion where you're adding where you came to is correct in terms of like, if this got 8 awards, would it be the pushback? No. Do I think that people perceive 16 that's a cinematic man? I mean, I don't think it's an unreasonable perspective to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, theoretically, if you get Best Picture, the top of that should be cinematic masterpieces, right? Like,
I mean, it's a year by year thing. It's not the Oscars.
Yeah.
They don't evaluate film in the totality of it. They evaluate film year by year.
I don't think it's an unfair expectation that say, okay, the top 3 year, like the way I vote, or not the way I vote, the way I would perceive it is the best movie of a year should contend for best of the decade, right? Like, that's how I would perceive it. Like, generally, it's not a 1-to-1, but like Oppenheimer, I would say, yeah, like that should be in consideration for best of the decade. I can't remember whatever else. Like One Ballot, not One Ballot, another. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, I would consider that. Like, yeah, that should be. So I don't think it's I think this would point to the failing of the Oscars if we're looking at 10 Best Picture nominations and none of the like only 2, like one of those is a cinematic masterpiece.
I mean, you bring up Everything All at Once. I don't think it was the same, but it was similar. I think when that had all the award nominations, there was a similar kind of reaction, at least from maybe I saw from right-wing people going like, everything, like, why is this nominated and all this stuff. But I think I don't see it that way, because I think it's always a year by year thing, and maybe there's some years in film that are weaker than others. And if a movie wins, like you said, like King's Speech won Best Picture. Would you put King's Speech up there with like some of the best movies?
No, but I would look at that Best Picture and I would say, all right, Social Network, that should be in conversation with one of the best movies of the century. I would say Black Swan. I would say I think we're being too frigid here, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like we can add a little bit of nuance and say if the Academy cannot find 3 cinematic masterpieces in a year, they're messing up. Like I think like they generally speaking, like give me
and we don't know what it's going to win. I mean, we don't. I mean, it's just
I
nominated.
think Best Picture should. I think like the argument for 10 Best Picture nominations should cast a wide enough net to get a couple of those. Like right, like maybe we can look at F1 now and be like, oh, this was whack. But F1 could have been Mad Max, right? Like the popcorn kind of vote could have been something that was. It could have been like one of the last Harry Potter movies. It could have been like one of those where it's like, okay, yeah, this is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta run it. I gotta run. Get my shit down. Give me 1 second.
No problem there. Yeah. So I mean, well, that's kind of just my thing with it. Of just, I think many people are kind of making it like, oh, because it has all these nominations, that means that it's such an excellent film, and it's like, it has to be the greatest film ever made because it has 16 nominations and dominates it. All these other nominations that other films have ever gotten. It's like, well, it's gotten more nominations than something like Lawrence of Arabia, but it's like Joker has more nominations. Joker got 11 nominations. Does that mean Joker is better than Lawrence of Arabia? I don't think so. And again, I think that I always had an issue with the Academy expanding the Best Picture nominees from 5 to 10. Because that's when you get stuff like maybe like F1 involved there. We talked about it earlier, and like movies that are kind of just thrown in because like, okay, hey, this is more of the normie kind of pick that most people probably have seen, that's more accessible to people, like how you got something like Top Gun Maverick, like how you got something like Avatar, or Black Panther there. And all those movies, what all those movies have in common, they're fun, enjoyable films. I love Top Gun Maverick, and Top Gun Maverick was a huge surprise of the year that it came out. And it was like, okay, this sequel to a movie that's over multiple decades old, but I really liked it quite a bit, and I had a lot of fun with it. I was surprised it got nominated for Best Picture, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just, you throw it in there because, hey, it's an enjoyable film, and most people kind of liked it. But Anthony's back here. So what is your solution? I mean, I guess I don't want to put you on the spot there, but I mean, if you have this issue with all these critic associations, Academy, Golden Globes, they're all run by predominantly all white people. There's only a few black people there, a few any other people that's not white. How does black art thrive and, I guess, be considered great in this space? And that could be whether it's movies or shows or music or whatever, if it's always going to be, has to go past this white kind of critique, I guess, if that question makes sense.
I don't think there is a problem. I think we put too much emphasis on awards, Academy Awards specifically. If Sinners doesn't win at anything, I still think it'll be the most impactful movie of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think whenever you look at a snub, it's like, oh, this is so underrated. But like, if everybody's talking about it being underrated, it's not underrated. It's probably rated. So I think we should stop looking to the Academy for approval. I made this point before, but Spike Lee wins an Oscar, right? And this happened with Leo too. You end up getting an Oscar, and people are like, well, this is a legacy award. You should have got it before, and then so like they kind of show the Oscar anyway, right? And then Spike Lee did a movie with Denzel. The shit didn't even go to theaters. Like, did the Oscar really help? Was it?
It had a limited theatrical run, and then it went to.
But you know what I'm saying, bro. Like, yeah, it didn't go to theaters. So it's like, what's that? The Oscars are more or less like, with the invention of Letterboxd and like Film Twitter. Like, I think that's more important than the Oscars. Like, the 28 years later fans are like crying because that movie didn't get nominated. They're above average zombie movie. But like, if y'all keep talking about it for the next couple of years, for the next decade, then what difference does it make? What difference does that Oscar make if y'all are going to ride for the movie for the next, decade?
Yeah, I think there's sometimes an overvaluing of awards. And that's how I guess you get where you hear what people complaining about the 16 nominations there. with that. And some people also, I guess the flip side of the coin is people overhyping it because like, hey, our love for this movie is vindicated because it got 16
Right.
nominations, and that means it's great. So we're vindicated in that. When there's plenty of movies I love that have never been nominated, that have never won anything. And I like said, No Other Choice was my second favorite movie of the year. It got nothing. It got shut out. I was greatly surprised by that. I thought it would get at least nominated for something, at least like foreign film or maybe best picture there. But it was a strong year for foreign films. But Park Chan-wook is one of the greatest directors we have today, and the fact that he was kind of shut out for No Other Choice was staggering to me. But yeah, but I mean, if it did get nominated, it wouldn't have made my love for this movie any more vindicated or made it any more validated. It just would have been like, okay, that's cool, it got nominated, and it's cool it won. Sometimes that's nice, but I still love this movie a lot, and I think it's amazing.
If we stop looking at the Academy as a curated list of from a select amount of people, when we stop looking at that and looking at it more as a seal of approval or a stamp of quality, we've messed up, because it's like not every movie needs, not every, I feel like 15 years ago, you did a good performance, it was good, you move on. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, you have a good performance, like, oh man, like Odessa, like she got snubbed. It's like she didn't get snubbed. She had a good performance, and we'll remember that, and when we watch the movie, we'll remember that, and that's it. Like that's fine. On to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one last point before we head out here, I'll show one last one. So this person says, Sinners, as a fun, rare, big budget, non-IP popcorn film. Hell yeah. Sinners is one of the most defining prestige films of the century. I don't know, guys. So that's the last one I kind of wanted to show there. How much reaction do you think this is because Sinners, black director, black cast, black film there? Or do you think it is like, how would you kind of over under because black film, black cast, black director, or because it is like people just think the movie is just this popular popcorn film? It's like, why is it being nominated? What was your over under there?
I think we do have to acknowledge that any movie that is perceived as popular or great will be shitted on. I like I said, I think this movie is framed as a black movie. This is Boys in the Hoods, Boys in the Hood. This is Mr. Society in that ilk. So I think people are gonna have that reaction. And I think the guy kind of told on himself in the sense of like Sinners is about racism, it's about like colonialism, you know what I'm saying? It's about Jim Crow. It's about the lingering effects of slavery. If you found that fun, either you think those things are fun topics, or Ryan Coogler created and crafted a narrative around those themes. He crafted characters that talked and spoke in a way and interacted in a way that was fun. Because I do think Sinners is a fun movie. Like I hate kind of the idea of like fun. I hate when the idea of fun is kind of like an equalizer. Like it's kind of like, oh, the movie's just fun. Like, and it's like, okay, so that means a shitty, like Free Guy. Somebody could call Free Guy a fun movie, and that raises the quality. Or you could say, like let's say Mad Max. Let's say Mad Max is a fun movie that could bring it down. Like it's kind of like it's just a conversation ender essentially. But I do think it is a fun movie. Like, and that's kind of the point. Like he alludes to, like that was the best day of my life before the vampire showed up. You know what I'm saying? I ate my first box. I played the guitar. Like it was a great day. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the point of it though. So I think the people are perceiving it as, oh, you think this movie is fun? I do think they're being a bit disingenuous. But again, either they're right or this is a master crafted movie from Ryan Coogler. Because like, I don't know, hot take. I think like Saving Private Ryan is a fun movie because the characters are bright. The action is like cool. Like the subject matter is dark and like grim, but that's the contrast and the brightness and the characters that you can squeeze out of it. That's the finesse. Like you're getting oil to mix with water. That is the magic of movies. And if Ryan Coogler did that, I feel like that's a great fucking movie, right? Like,
yeah. I mean,
The Departed. I think that's a fun movie. I do. Like, it's a horrible, like, it's horrific things. Sopranos is a fun show. Like, I don't, you know, I think we're focusing on the wrong thing in terms of that tweet specifically.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it includes like much like what Nolan does of those big budget sensibilities, but also making it this grand kind of film there and bringing that kind of like big budget movies don't all have to be superhero stuff and Marvel movies. You can also have some depth to them as well, and they can be very successful at the box office, and they can have mass appeal as well. I think, yeah, you can do that. I think Coogler did that with Sinners. And like I said, these are just nominations. I mean, I don't know. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna win every single award.
Nah.
But I think it's gonna win some of them, and I hope it wins some of them. And with that, but yeah, and like I said, there's been some other reactions. Like I said, Everything Ever All at Once. It had a similar reaction when that was nominated. I forgot how many award nominations that had. It was a lot, but it was big, and it won. I think majority of them. I think it won majority of them. But yeah, so that had kind of a similar reaction there, but. But hey, shout out to Sinners. I mean, congrats to God Nominated, congrats to Ryan Coogler, congrats to the cast. Big fan of that movie. Love the movie. It was one of my favorite movies of 2025. And yeah, so great.
Balls in your court, Jordan Peele. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, what's he's got something else cooking, I think, right? He's auditioning that guy from Stranger Things, Caleb McLaughlin, and some other people are gonna be the lead of his movie. So he's got something else cooking there. But yeah, so
it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I think like the movie business is getting smaller. Like I think Matt Damon talked about this. Like I think a name brand is only gonna be more important. You know what I'm saying? I think people are gonna be like, oh yeah, like looking at this year in 2024, people will be like, oh yeah, it's PTA. You know, it's Wes Anderson, it's Ryan Coogler. I think like it's gonna be more and more important. So like, yeah, Jordan Peele needs to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Not even relative to Sinners. He needs to keep delivering so that his name can stay in those names that people will go out to see, because it's getting dire out here.
Well, you got Boots Riley, you got him, Barry Jenkins.
I'm not saying black. I'm not specifying black people, by the way. That was a joke, but I'm saying like in general, the director, they have to keep their name relevant, because that's pretty much, it seems like that's all that people are going to respond to, like honestly.
Yeah. All right, that was our discussion about Sinners. Thank you so much,
of course, man.
Stokes, thank you for joining me, man. Much appreciated there. One more time, let people know what they can find, what you got going on, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yeah, say so. Why you sound like the guys on the commercial describing the side effects. Yeah, I'm on Stokes the Rider at Twitter. This is my Xavier, appreciate you. But you should sign out a Kickstarter on Live, by the way. That's a tip. Yeah, this is really what I'm focused on, man. It's a great story. It's incredible. I put entire year and some change of work into this book. I didn't draw it, but in terms of writing it and conceptualizing it, and it's gonna be incredible. I cannot wait for people to get their hands on this book.
Very awesome. I'll make sure to pick up a copy there. And I'd love to maybe have you on just to interview about the book there, if you'll come back on and do that there. I'm going to go ahead and raid somebody out there. I'm going to go ahead and raid Lucky Dog Podcast there. Thank you again to Chris from the Black Stuffs Podcast. Thank you again to Stokes there. I'll be back again Monday there doing a review for Sakamoto Days, doing a review for Return to Silent Hill. I'll be also back Friday doing a review for The Rip, Mercy, and Send Help, the new Sam Raimi movie.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, people. Stay tuned. Out of here. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right.